Hello everyone, welcome to Epic Speak. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to form and use question tags in everyday conversations. Using tags will take your conversation to the next level and make you sound more like a native speaker. And the good news is they're very easy to form. So let's get started. We make statements to give information. For example, it was a good movie. This is a statement. We are giving information. We make questions to ask for information. For example, was it a good movie? This is a question. We are asking for information. It's also a common practice in conversation to make a statement which you think is true and ask for the listener's confirmation or agreement. For example, if you and your friend watched a movie and if you liked it very much, you could say, "The movie was great, wasn't it?" Now, in the above example, you expressed your thoughts through the statement, "The movie was great," but you wanted the listener to agree with you. So the later part, "wasn't it," was added to the statement to change it into a question. This part is called a question tag. A question tag is a very short question placed at the end of a statement to change it into a question. Let's look at another example. You understand English, don't you? In this example, you think the listener understands English, but you also want the listener to confirm it. Hence the tag, don't you? A tag question is used by speakers to make sure their information is correct or to seek confirmation. That's the function of a tag. The intonation also plays an important role when you're using question tags. Hear this. You understand English, don't you? You understand English, don't you? Again. You understand English, don't you? You understand English, don't you? When you use the falling tone, you're pretty much sure of the statement. You just want your listener to agree with you. And when you use the rising tone, you are not sure of the answer. It's more like asking a question. Now let's look at the structure of a tag. Like I said earlier, it's very easy to form a tag. A question tag is formed using the auxiliary verb, also called the helping verb of the statement, plus the pronoun for the subject in the statement. Note that if the statement is positive, the tag will be negative. And if the statement is negative, the tag will be positive. Now let's practice making tags with some sentences. The first one, Ravi is a doctor. In this sentence, the helping verb is. It's right there in the sentence there. Let's put it in the tag. The statement is positive, so the tag will be negative. Let's add not. So is plus not becomes isn't. Ravi is the subject, so we use the pronoun for Ravi, which is he. Let's add that to our tag, and we have isn't he. Let's do another one. Your parents will come tomorrow. What will be the tag for this statement? The helping verb here is will. That goes into the tag. The statement is positive, so the tag will be negative. So will plus not becomes will not, which is won't. The pronoun for your parents is they. So the tag is won't they. Here are some other examples. The shop was not closed. This is a negative sentence. So the tag will be positive. Take the helping verb was from the statement and the pronoun for the shop will be it. So the tag will be the shop was not closed, was it? You're not hurt, are you? I'm not late, am I? They haven't come yet, have they? You can swim, can't you? Can is the modal verb here, which is the auxiliary verb. So this goes into the tag. The train should be here by now, shouldn't it? Sometimes the helping verb is not very obvious in a sentence. If you can't find the helping verb in a statement, you should use the helping verb according to the tense. For example, in the sentence, you called me yesterday, the auxiliary verb in the simple past is did. You'd use that in the tag. You called me yesterday, didn't you? Did plus not becomes didn't you? Your brother goes to college, doesn't he? This sentence is in the simple present, so we use does plus not doesn't he. Your friends live nearby. This sentence is also in the simple present, but the subject is in third person plural, so we would use do, not does. Your friends live nearby, don't they? Let's look at another sentence. Your neighbors have a car. What do you think the tag will be in this sentence? Do you think it will be haven't they? Then you're wrong. If you look closely, have is not the auxiliary verb here, it's the main verb. So, if you have to change it into a negative sentence, how would you do it? You would say, your neighbors do not have a car. So the helping verb in this sentence is do. So that goes into the tag. Your neighbors have a car, don't they? Now let's talk about the exceptions when you're making tags. Exception number 1. If the statement starts with I am, and if it's positive, the tag will be aren't I, not amn't I. For example, I'm right, aren't I? I'm working, aren't I? You can say am I not, but it sounds very, very formal. I'm right, am I not? It's right, but it's very, very formal. Aren't I is the generally used tag. Exception 2. If the statement starts with letters, the tag will be shall we for positive or negative statements. For example, let's go to the beach today, shall we? Let's not be late today, shall we? Exception 3. The tag for an order or a request is usually can you, will you, could you, or would you. For example, wait a minute, can you? Have some more rice, will you? Wait for me, would you? Exception 4. The tag for statements starting with there is helping verb plus there. For example, there is a mosque on that street. Isn't there? There are some girls in your class. Aren't there? Exception 5. The tag for statements starting with everyone, everybody, someone, somebody is helping verb plus they. For example, somebody has called, haven't they? Everyone took the test, didn't they? Exception 6. The tag for statements starting with this or that is helping verb plus it. This is your book, isn't it? Exception 7. The tag for statements starting with these or those is helping verb plus they. These are your books, aren't they? Exception 8. For statements with negative words like nothing, nobody, or never, the tag will be positive. For example, nothing is wrong, is it? The statement, when you look at it for the first time, looks positive, but there's a negative word in it, so the statement is negative. The tag will be positive. Nothing is wrong, is it? Nobody came after I left, did they? You have never been to Paris, have you? Now you know how to make tags. Make sure you practice using tags in your everyday conversations for the next 10 to 15 days and you will get the hang of it. Also, subscribe to my channel, won't you? Hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my future content. And while you are here, watch these awesome videos. I'll see you soon.